Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Nittai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nittai Gaura Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo. जय जय श्री गांधर के गिरिधर चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, सर्वज्ञ विनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौ प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all the wonderful devotees for the third day session. It's actually fourth day, but the topic is third day's topic, Prakriti. So today we'll be learning what is Prakriti. Yes. So many times we know this, we see this, but still we don't know what is it. Clear? Let us understand what is Prakriti. Many times we heard about Prakriti. So today we'll see what is Prakriti and try to understand. So this all divine knowledge comes from the higher consciousness. So till then we don't take the shelter of the higher consciousness, we cannot get that knowledge. It's very clear. So it depends on our prayers, the deep prayers that we do. Till then we don't have prayers. And Krishna also says, Etamam prapadyaste tams tathai bhajami. How much he surrenders unto me, so much he will be revealed, he will be blessed, he will be merciful. He gets the mercy of the Lord only by surrendering to the Lord, depends on how much he is surrendering. Here, surrendering to Guru and Krishna makes us get qualified to understand this and implement in our life and see the transformation within us. Okay, now please join with me to chant this prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine. Nama Acharya Padaya Nitkripapadaya Gauragata Damadaya Nagaragramatharana. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girimat Kripada Maham Mande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Yeah, as usual, we'll show our gratitude and thank His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So what is today's agenda? Today's agenda is, or today's topic is Prakriti. So what we are able to see under Prakriti. So what is Prakriti? So Lord's energy is, it's a Lord's energy. Clear. Simple language, very in a terminology, how to understand easily what is Prakriti means. Whatever is visible to us is Prakriti. Whatever we are seeing, it's Prakriti. Clear? I'm seeing this table, chair, I'm seeing this trees, I'm seeing this living entities, I'm seeing my body. This is also Prakriti. So whatever I'm saying, it's Prakriti. Then fallible and infallible. So there are Lord's three energies, but let us consider the main two energies. So definitely the living entity who's in the marginal energy, he has to take the shelter of one or the other energy of the Lord. Whoever takes the shelter of Lord's external energy, he will be fallible. And a person who takes the shelter of the internal energy, he will be infallible. Clear? Today we'll see this. What is this? And who are the living entities who are in this material world and who are in the spiritual world? What is the difference? Then the three modes, how this world is being controlled. What is this three modes? How are we influenced by these three modes? Then finally, fallible to infallible. Definitely, Kshara and Akshara, Krishna says, fallible. We are all fallible. And how to become infallible? What is the qualities or what is the process to become infallible? Okay. This is today's agenda. So let us start with a small story. And we need, what I can say, determination for any activity. We need a determination to succeed in it. Not just one day I come, the other day I just miss, and I don't have any determination in any of my activities. Definitely there is no success in it. We need determination. And actually this session was 18 days session. I reduced it to 6 days. So because everyone are in their busy life, they don't have time. Oh, 18 days, I cannot attend this. Fine. Let me come to 6 days. Some or the other, you can understand something and you can take up your life seriously. And even that 6 days becomes difficult, then you cannot go nowhere you can go, isn't it? Yes. So what is this determination? I'll say a small story to understand this. Once, there were two birds, sparrow. Have you seen this sparrow? Small birds. So this male sparrow and the female sparrow. So this female sparrow has kept the eggs somewhere else in the ocean. Near the ocean it has kept. And it requests the male sparrow, let us take this eggs and keep somewhere far. Because these waves of the ocean might come and take away our eggs. The male sparrow says, I am there to protect. Why are you worried? You know the size of the sparrow? It is so small, you know. He says, I am there to protect. Why are you worried? Okay, fine. This goes on. At least it takes 1 month or some 45 days for that eggs to hatch. So meanwhile, this full moon day comes. When this full moon day comes, the level of the ocean rises and the waves come a little far distance than the regular. During the full moon day, what happened? That waves came and it just took away this eggs. And this female bird started crying like anything. My eggs are being washed away in this thing. I told you not to keep here, but you forced me to keep here and see what's the result. And the male sparrow is saying, wait, why are you worried? I'll take back the eggs now. It'll speak to the, what I can say, the ocean, says, how dare that you take that my eggs? Now, take care. Give back the eggs or else I'll empty the ocean. Emptying the ocean is possible. So many will say, not many, everyone will say no. But when you have determination, you can. You cannot understand how can a sparrow can empty this ocean. It showed its determination. It started taking the water, one drop of water in its beaks and fly far away and drop there. Come back once again, take one drop and go and drop there. And seeing this, they were huge, all the birds, all varieties of birds, everyone was singing and laughing at the sparrow. But it did not give up. It was so determined that I wanted to take back my eggs and I will empty this ocean. It was working hard. And this message went all over the world. And finally, this message reached the Garuda Dev, the king of all birds. Oh, my sister bird, This sparrow is struggling like this, and this ocean is not replying to it. Let me answer to that. Then it is Garudadev, he comes and he warns the ocean. My dear ocean, now this responsibility becomes my responsibility. If you don't give back the eggs, I'm going to empty your ocean. Definitely. Garudadev can do it. Now the ocean was scared of it. He came out. My dear Garudev, sorry, I did not reply to your sister bird. Then he took that with very respectful, the 2 eggs. He came back, gave to the sparrow. And the sparrow went, took the eggs and kept near the ocean. Once again, this female bird says, Hari Baba, now at least we'll keep for. I'm there to protect. Why you're worried? Once again, you keep it here only. You has the eggs here only. So I'm there to take it. What is this? The determination. Many times, which we think that it is impossible in our life, we can succeed. However, what is impossibility? Attending the session itself is impossibility. Waking up in the morning itself is impossibility. Yes, we should be determined. We should be determined. You can see some results which can you never expect in your life. Clear? Yes. Now let us start. Lots energies, internal energy, Sat, Chit, Ananda. What is the Sat, Chit, Ananda? Sat means eternality. In the Jiva option, this thing itself, we just understood that all the Jivis are eternal. We don't have death. Death is to the body, not to the spirit, soul. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na kledanti apunashoshatina marutaha. Clear? Then, Chit, complete knowledge. So, material knowledge can never be complete. Clear? Spiritual knowledge is complete because the soul platform. When we come to that soul consciousness, you'll be able to understand everything. First thing, who am I? Who's the Supreme Lord? Yesterday I gave an example, I think. So standing in front of the mirror, you may not be able to see yourself, but when you are in light, you'll be able to see, and that light is Krishna. So understanding myself means coming and taking up Krishna consciousness. When we be in Krishna consciousness, we understand who am I. This is complete knowledge. So why I have come here? What is the real, this thing, what is my real place? Where should I be? Many things you realize. So till then you'll be in illusion. Okay, then Ananda, each and every living entity is searching for this Ananda, the bliss. And that bliss is Lord Krishna. The form of Lord Krishna is Ananda. Many times in illusion, we search for the same happiness or the bliss in many material things because of our illusion and ignorance. Not knowing the knowledge, we search in different place. Actually, material world is the Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. We don't have happiness there, but you keep on searching it there. So never ever in your life you're going to get that happiness in this material world. Clear? That happiness comes from the Supreme Lord, and happiness comes from within, not external. Simple one analogy or some example I'll give you to understand. For example, there is a beggar. He's asking for something for you. You go and give him 10 rupees or 100 rupees. How does he feel? He's so happy with it. Isn't it? Yes. Now, a businessman is little in difficulties. He is something, he lives to crores, some millionaire, but still he is having some loans or something difficulties. He's coming and asking for you for some money. You give him the same 100 rupees. Will he be happy? It's a great insult to him, you know. Did the value of that 100 rupees change? No. You give the same 100 rupees for that beggar, the same 100 rupees you're giving to this businessman also. One person felt it as insult to him. Other person felt it's a great happiness. So the happiness is not in 100 rupees note. The happiness is within. I hope you're all able to understand this. Yes. But ignorance and illusion makes us to understand that I will be getting the happiness by this 100 rupees note, a 500, 2000, whatever the cash we accumulate, or we accumulate something, a building or a land or a vehicle, anything for that matter. We always think that the happiness is in this, so that when we acquire this, then we'll be happy. That is our illusion. Clear? Okay, let us go to the... See, one topic we start explaining, it takes a huge time to understand, but I want to cover many topics so that I will go a little faster. That's it. Lots of energies. So external energy, Asat, Achit, and Nirananda, just opposite to this internal energy. What is Asat? It is temporary. This material world, anything you take in this material world is temporary. Whatever you see, whatever is visible to you. For example, you take a mobile. Yes, the same mobile gives you happiness, See, there is such a wonderful phone I have now, The camera is to 32 megapixels something. And this is so many features are there. So happy you will be to purchase that. Just in 3 months or 6 months, what happens? One of your friend comes, see, I've taken a mobile which is 64 megapixels. Oh. The same mobile which was giving you happiness, now it is giving sorrow. Whenever you see this mobile, you feel to throw. Why is that? Something better you have seen. You do, but in the very beginning, you expected that this phone will give you happiness. Is it giving happiness? So ultimately, anything in this material world gives sorrow. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. This is temporary and this gives only sorrow. Mystery also gave the same example, I think. Now you construct a building, wonderful palace you construct. By the time you construct, your half of the life is gone now. Only for a few days you'll be, and at the end of your life, the separation that I'm going to die now. What's the use of this house now? You're so attached to that house, you cannot leave that house now. While dying, in a great sorrow, you die that I'm going to give up this. See, I'm giving only one example. There are hundreds and millions of things that you suffer at the time of death because you are attached to so many things. You want to give up everything. Wife, children, many relations and many things. One example is house. You have to give up that house and you have to live now. So, that's sorrow. Clear? Why all this? Because of our achit, ignorance. Because of our ignorance, we don't know where to get this bliss or the anand. By our illusion, our ignorance, we are just suffering, thinking that I'll be happy in this material. Clear? Then, Nirananda, it's clear. You are always in Nirananda. When coming other topics, I'll say some examples. It'll be little not good to hear, but still, when you hear that, you'll understand, yes, definitely we are in Nirananda. But in illusion, we think that we are happy. Okay? This is two energies of the Lord. And the third energy, marginal energy. What is this marginal energy? Combination of internal and external energy. So all the living entities are marginal energy. Even I am marginal energy. Why? See, this internal energy is Krishna's energy. And this soul is Krishna's energy. Krishna says, Mamaivamsha jiva loki jiva bhuta sanatana. So we are all part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. But we take the shelter of this material energy, which is Krishna's external energy, the body, which is made out of this Panchabhutas, I'll say, 24 elements comes, how this has been made. It's a combination of both internal energy and external energy. So we are known as marginal energy. So all the living entities come under this. Krishna in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita very clearly says to Arjuna, Arjuna, whatever you are seeing, it's a combination of this both, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. It's a different terminology, but still the meaning is the same. It is the external energy and the internal energy combination becomes all this living entity, whatever you are seeing. And that is marginal energy. Let it even be a tree, even a mountain. It's all marginal energy. Clear? Okay. Now, Connection between Lord and nature. Sarvayonisha kaunteya murtaya sambhavanti yaha tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradhapitha. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving Father. Who is this Father? The Supreme Lord Krishna is our Father. Clear? Then what is this Prakriti or material nature? It's a mother. It's a combination of both. Clear? So in the very beginning, the creation starts by the Lord's vision. How it starts? In the next slides, you'll come to know that Krishna, by his vision, he agitates the Prakriti, the Mahatattva. From there, the creation starts. And then this living entities enter that. And see, why do we fall here in this material world? Actually, we are part and parcel of the Lord. We are. Why a father sends away his son when he is having a desire? See, in those days, families was to a number of 30, 40, 50, something in one house. Today, all are getting separated. Why that father is giving up everything and making them separate? Because that child or son, he wants to be happy away from father. I cannot be happy with you. I want to be alone. I'll go with my wife. I will be happy. Yes, Baba, he can. He will give whatever is possible from his side. Just think, an ordinary father who has given this body, he can help us in so many things. What to speak of the Supreme Lord who has given everything? So he creates a Brahmanda universe and he makes you to enter that and enjoy. This is how we are fallen in this material world. Clear? Till then we don't take, or till then we don't be under the shelter of Krishna. Definitely we are coming under the shelter of Maya Devi or the material nature. Because we are tatastha, we are in marginal energy. Clear? Yes. Now let us go further. Whole cosmic under Lord's control. Everything, even material or spiritual, is under the control of Krishna. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sa acharacharam hetuna anena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. But many fools think that I am not controlled by anyone. I am the controller. No way. Some modern scientists or scholars say that, oh, we are not under anyone. We should be free from control. No, never it can happen. You should and must be under the control of the material nature. If he is a spiritual person, you take shelter of the Lord, you surrender unto him. That means you are under him. So the material world will not control you. Okay. A small story I'll say it. How these fools or people with ignorance understand this. You all know Alexander. Yes, Alexander the Great. There was a great transformation in him when he entered this Bharata Bhumi, this India. So when he was just acquiring all the countries and he was entering, he had his spiritual master or his friend or whoever. He said to him that I'm going to India. I'm going to this Bharat. I'm going to attack and acquire. He said, oh, it is very difficult. I think it's a great land. Okay, fine. If you're going and it's fine. But there is precious things. Yes, that is why I'm going to attack. He said, yes, what is that precious thing? Don't think there is gold, diamond, rubies. Yes, obviously there is. But beyond that, there is knowledge. There are many sadhus, many rishis. There's great knowledge where nowhere you can find in this world. Please get it that from me. Who's saying? His spiritual master is saying that. So you please get it from that. Okay, fine. He'll come. He starts acquiring India. So that's the beginning of his entering to this Bharat Bhumi. Then once what happens with his whole army is coming, he's feeling thirsty. There was water got empty and he was not having water. Then he sees in a far distance a small kutir ashram. And he says to his army chief, go and get a glass of water to me. From that hut, whoever is there, you go and get. And this army chief, he comes. See, they're all very with full pride, They come and he saw that there was a sadhu who was meditating. Then he said, tapped the door and he said to the sadhu, see, our king, Alexander has come. Need a glass of water. Who? Oh, you don't know. Alexander the Great has come. Get a glass of water. Oh, the Great has come. Okay, ask him to come here. He says, ask him to come to me. This person, he is not even scared. See, first Alexander, he said, hey, no. So now he's saying Alexander the Great. Now he's saying, ask him to come here. How much our pride I'm showing, so much respect is decreasing to me now. He goes back. He says to Alexander, you have to go yourself to get that glass of water. What? The whole world is scared of me. When I say somebody, my name is Vincent, they just shiver and they come and fall at my feet. And this person is asking me to come just for a glass of water. It's actually third time it goes. Actually, Alexander says, did you properly say about me? Did you say that Alexander the Great? Then this person says, army chief. First I said Alexander. Then afterwards I said Alexander the Great. Then only this reply has come, you have to go there. And he goes there. Now he's in such an angry mood. He takes his sword. See what the punishment I'll give. What is the result of this calling me to him? He comes there. He keeps this sword on his throat, near his throat, on his shoulder. He keeps. How dare that you're calling me to get one glass of water? You know who am I? See, two times he asked who am I. Now Alexander is asking, do you know who am I? This sadhu says, yes, definitely I know. You are servant of my servant. You are servant of my servant. He got bewildered. Alexander, see, just saying his name, everyone is scared. And this person, he has kept the sword and his shoulder. At any moment, he can cut through this thing. But still, he is not at all scared. Then he remembers what his spiritual master said. He said, Bharata Bhumi is special. There is something greater which you don't get in this whole world. Now, he just throws the sword and he says, I don't know who are you. But even my spiritual master said, there is some great knowledge in this land. Please give that knowledge to me. How can I become servant of your servants now? Please explain. Then the sadhu says, do you know? I'm a sadhu. I don't have anything. I am the servant of servant. But who is my servants, I control all the arishadvas, that is kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. The anger, the envy, everything is under my control. They are my servants. The same anger which is in my control is controlling you. Yeah. That means you're servant of my servant. Then Alexander understands this. And finally, there's a great transformation in his life. Then finally, Alexander, after this, he surrenders to sadhu and always he is, what I can say, kind to the sadhus. He always takes the knowledge. He serves them. In that way he does. And finally, he had malaria. After a few months or something, he had malaria and he has to go back, but he was not able to go back. He was supposed to die. Then finally, he gave a message to the whole humanity. Such a, what I can say, cruel person, such an ignorant person, just entering to this Bharata Bhumi, he became such a great personality. We sitting here, living like fools, seeing something like outer world. We want to become like America or Western, something like that. We want to become, and we are becoming fools. Then finally, last message what he gave. So the doctor said that yes, they were best doctors were treating him. They said that that's it, your life is done. You cannot leave from him. Then he called his minister. He said, my dear minister, can you give 10 days of your life to me? Much 10 days of your life to me so that I can go back and say to my mother, how I acquired all the land, how great am I? Minister says, no, my dear master, I cannot do that. How can I give my life to you? I cannot do that. Okay, minister, can you give at least 10 minutes of your life or 1 hour of your life. I'll give you whole kingdom, half of the kingdom, a whole kingdom I will give. I can at least write a letter to my mother, what all I have achieved in my life. This minister is thinking at the time, at the end days, our king is becoming a fool. He's not able to understand. He's asking another 1 hour from my life. He said, no, master, I cannot do this. Okay, fine. At least fulfill my desires. After my death, these 4 doctors, who are the best doctors, they have to carry me. This minister thinking, what has happened to him? Why is he saying so many things? All in different things, all he's saying. They have to carry me. Okay. When you bury me, my both hands should be kept outside. Then, while taking me, you have to throw the gold coins behind my dead body. This minister was bewildered to hear this, and he was not able to understand. Seeing his face, Alexander was able to understand. He said, yes, minister, I want to give a message to the world. What is that message? How much ever great am I? How much ever the best doctors you have in your mind? You can never be protected from your death. You cannot be saved from your death. The message this I want to give to the whole world. Clear? Nobody can be saved from the death. And finally, second, my hands is always empty. I came empty-handed, going back empty-handed. Nothing I'm going to take. The message I have to give to the world that, see, my hands are empty. And what is the meaning of throwing the gold coins? Whatever I accumulate in this world, everything is given to others. That is pararaparu, they say. It's given to everyone. That's it. You cannot take anything. Whatever you accumulate, even a person accumulates, everything is being forcibly or unforcibly taken by children. He cannot take anything. Nowadays, you can see many children, because they are not in samskaras, they throw this father and mother in some anath ashrama or some, forcibly they do many things just for the wealth when they get old. So whatever you do in your life, it's everything you have to give and go. Nothing you're going to carry, but something you carry with you, something you take with you. That is bhakti. That is the relationship between the Lord and you. Krishna says, Neha vikramana ashosti pratyana vidyate solpamas apyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bayat. Even little bit of relation that you develop from your Lord, that you take back. Anything connected to the soul, you take back. But anything connected to this body, you can never ever take with you. Clear? This story says that we are under control. That is it. That's only for that I said this story. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. Oh, son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings under its rule. This manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. This Prakriti is created again and again, but it is always eternal. It is not temporary. It is eternal. How? Have you seen the seasons? There's a rainy season, and the rainy season ends, you can see the summer season. But that is the end of the rainy season, you think. But after that, there's a circle. Once again, the rainy season comes. Clear? It is eternal. It's a cycle, but it is eternal. It is going on. Prakriti is eternal. Ishvara is eternal. Jiva is eternal. Prakriti is eternal. Kala is eternal. Only it's karma. The last session is the most important thing you'll be able to understand. How we'll be free from karma? How can we change it? Nothing else can be changed. Everything is eternal, but karma can be changed. Okay, let's go further. Now, fallible and infallible. Who is this fallible and infallible? Who take the shelter of this material energy is fallible. A person who takes the internal energy is infallible. People who are infallible be in the Vaikuntha Lokas, in the spiritual world, who wants to enjoy away from his father, away from the Supreme Law. He stays in this material world. Material world is dukkha layam ashashvatam. What about spiritual world? It's Chintamani Prakara Sadmashu Kalpa Vriksha Laksha Vriteshu Surabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasrashata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindam Adi Purusham. Brahma explains that. It's a land of Chintamani, touchstones, and there are Kalpa Vriksha trees and Surabhi cows. Sahasra Lakshmis, millions of Lakshmis are there. That is spiritual world. So here we can decide whether I should take the shelter of material world or the spiritual world. Should I be in spiritual or should I be in material? Should I enjoy? Should I satisfy my senses or should I satisfy the Supreme Lord? Clear? Yes. Now, fallible and infallible, we can see this conditioned souls who is infallible is made of this 24 elements. The 5 great elements, that is earth, water, fire, air, ether. And the subtle elements is mind, intelligence, false ego, and unmanifested modes of material nature. And the 5 working senses, that is voice, legs, hands, anus, genitals. Then the 5 knowledge gathering senses, that is eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. And the 5 objects of the senses is form, sound, smell, taste, and touch. This is said in Srimad Bhagavad. So the 24 elements starts from the unmanifested modes of material nature. It is called as Mahat Tattva. On that Mahat Tattva again, the Lord visions, he senses vision, gets agitated. From there, it starts with many other creations. This is how it starts. Clear? Yes. Now, Krishna says in this Bhagavad Gita, Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammana buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme binna prakriti rashtada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these 8 constitute my separated material energy. So Lord is very simplifying this. From that 24 elements, just is saying this 8 elements, 5, that is Panchabhutas 5, and 3 subtle, that is mind, intelligence, and false ego. This is my separated energy. My material energy is separated from me. That is why we can utilize however we need. Clear? Simple thing, I'll say, to understand. Now, I'm speaking here. This is my internal energy. This is my energy. Can you control me? Can you ask me to stop speaking? No, you cannot do that. And you cannot change anything. You cannot stop me. Nothing. You should just keep on hearing. That's why I say turn on the videos and attentively hear. You cannot control me. But still you can control me when it is separated from me. There's a recording going on. Later part, when you are on that YouTube and see, and when you're busy, you can just pause and stop me. Energy of mind which has been separated from me, you can have a control on it. But direct, you cannot have a control. I hope you understood. So this material world has been separated from the Lord. So you're able to control it as your wish. Clear? Yes. But a real person in knowledge will never control it. Rather, he goes under the control of the Supreme Lord. It tries to hear directly. He never tries to hear recording. Okay. This is material and spiritual. And now Krishna says about his internal energy or the higher energy. He says, Apareyam mitaswanyam prakritim viddime param jiva bhutam mahabaho edam dharyate jagat. Besides this, oh, mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. This is the nature of the material world. As much as you do your activities, as much as you engage in this material world, you get so much binded into it. This is how you are getting trapped. The more the desires you have, the more you are trapped into it. The more you, Krishna says in the 2nd chapter, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa Sangha Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhot Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smiti Vibrama Smiti Bramshat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyati. This is how you get degraded in your life. First starts from meditating on something, seeing something, dhyayato vishayan pumsa, the sense objects you see and contemplate on it, you wanted it, then you develop the lust towards it. First the attachment, then the lust. Then the lust, when it is not satisfied, it transforms to anger. Once it is come to the level of lust, you cannot do anything out of it. That is our ignorance. With knowledge, our desires can be controlled by our knowledge. If you don't have that knowledge, that transforms to lust. Lust cannot be no way to satisfy or do anything for it. Why? If you don't satisfy that lust, it transforms to anger. If you satisfy, what happens? It transforms to greed. Today you get something, you get satisfied. You won't be happy with this mobile, you won't be happy. You want a better for the next. You won't be happy with a cycle. You need a bike. After a bike, you won't be happy. You need a car. Even taking that car, you won't be happy. You need a better car. Then you need a flight. In this way, there is no satisfaction. It transforms to greed. And if you're not able to do that, it transforms to anger. Clear? How much you engage yourself in this material world, so much you'll be binded. But Krishna is saying that apareyamitastvanyam prakriti vidimeva jivabhuta mahabaho. It's the greater energy than this material world. He is greater than this prakriti, but still is under the control of this prakriti because he is utilizing it, is getting trapped in it. Till then, we don't give up our what I can say, sense gratifying desires. We are not able to come out of the illusion that we are. Always we want to be happy, some or the other. And we think that we can be happy by this material world. As I said in the very beginning, no, you cannot. So this starts with the three modes, the unmanifested modes of material nature. That is goodness, passion, and ignorance. Sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. Clear? This is so subtly we are controlled by this. You can see these three modes is controlling the whole world. So Krishna says here, Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhavaha nibadnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. Material nature consists of three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, O mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. When you come to this material world, we are conditioned. We are binded. You cannot release yourself. These three modes are binding you in this material world. Complete bind is the illusion. You may not be able to realize who am I, what am I, why I'm doing this. This is how it binds us. You cannot understand. Only a person who comes out of this, who takes the shelter of a person who has been released. For example, it takes shelter of a spiritual master. Who can release that? Somebody is binded. The whole world has been binded with two hands, been tied. Can somebody open this hand? No. Who can open? Whose hands are free? Whose hands are free? A spiritual master who is under the shelter of the Supreme Lord. He is able to release that. When will he release you? When you go under the shelter of him. When you go and surrender it to him. Clear? Only the Lord and Guru can release you from this material world. Clear? I hope you all be able to understand this. But what is this illusion, this three modes, how it controls us? It makes us trapped. That's a small story to understand this. Once, please hear attentively. Okay. Once there were two friends. They went to a movie. Both were watching the movie. And there, one person, something happened in his life, some failure, something. He decided to suicide himself. He went on hilltop. From there, he fell down. He broke his legs. That is the movie. There's two friends are watching. So one person is going on the hilltop, he is about to fall. Then the friend he says to them, see, now he's going to fall from the mountain. 100 rupees bet. Other person says, why not? Never he'll fall from the hilltop. 100 rupees bet. Then what is the result? He fell. In the movie, it's a movie, no? He fell from that, he broke his legs. I think this person gave 100 rupees to him. After coming out, this first friend, he told him, sorry, my dear friend, I cheated you. Why? Because yesterday itself I saw this movie. Yesterday itself I saw this movie. I know he'll be he'll be falling from that hill. So I had a betting. Then the other friend says, Arey Baba, you saw this movie yesterday. But I saw this movie day before yesterday and yesterday also. And today for the third time I'm coming. He got bewildered. Arey Baba, I saw only once. But you saw even for 2 times. And still, I bet 100 rupees for this. Why? He says that, see, yesterday also, day before yesterday, he fell down. He broke his legs. Yesterday also he fell down. He broke his legs. I thought, today at least he might have been learned from it. He may not fall from the hill. So I had this betting. Understood? This is our material world. We feel that I'll be happy here. I will be happy. I will be happy. That is it. You get frustrated, but still you think that I'll be happy. How this person seeing for the third time the movie and he'll be thinking that he will learn this time, he will never fall. But that's never going to happen, you know. The same thing in this material world, never you can be happy. But this is what this modes influence you. It will never make you to come out of that illusion, thinking that I cannot be happy. Rather, it traps you more. Array, see this movie for the 4th time. At least this time you'll, oh, see this for the 10th time. At least this time you will not fall from the hill. In this way, it makes you to trap into, that is 3 modes. You are conditioned. I hope you are able to understand. Clear. Krishna says another verse here. Na tat asti prithviyam va divi dveshu va punaha sattvam prakriti jair muktam yad yevi syat tribir gunaihi. 18th chapter is saying here, there is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems, which is free from these 3 modes born of material nature. Please make your notes so that all the answers, this is all something like questions, you get the answer in the end. So you should make a note. Otherwise, our manda sumandamate, this Kali Yuga, you get forget, easily get forgotten. What is Krishna saying here? From Abhamma Bhuvanaloka Punaravartin Arjuna, from Brahmaloka to Patala, everyone are under this 3 modes. Nobody can escape from this. Even the Devatas, whoever it might be, they are under this 3 modes. Clear? No one, all the living entities in whole Brahmanda, they are under this 3 modes only. Nobody can escape from this. 1 second. Can you see this chat? I hope you can see. See, this is our Brahmanda. Clear? Yeah. There are innumerable Brahmandas in this, our universe is this. And whoever within this universe, this ball, from Brahma is on the top, rods from his navel, there is a lotus flower, and there are all the 14 planetary system here. You can see here. Bhuloka, Borloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Below the Bhuloka, it is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. All the living entities within this universe are under the control of these 3 modes. Clear? Whoever it can be. But there is a gradation, there's a difference. One will be little bit influenced to it and a little bit more. That is it. Devatas are little less, we are little more. That way, but everyone, at least a tinge of these 3 modes, they are on control. That is why they are within this material world. Otherwise, they'll not be under this material world. Clear? Okay. Now, 3 modes, bewildered by the 3 modes of nature. This is what happens. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. Every activity is done by these 3 modes only. Nothing I am going to do here. Everything is done by this body only. Clear? But still with false ego, that is called illusion. With false ego, I think that I am the doer. I am doing it. We develop this ahankara, false ego. The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself the doer of activities that are in actuality carried out by the 3 modes of material nature. Each and every activity is being done by these 3 modes, but we think that I am doing it. We need higher consciousness to understand this. Till then, we don't chant. Till then, we don't take shelter of a guru and the Lord. You cannot come to that platform to understand certain things. It is always like illusion. Like so, at least that's why from the very day one, I requested everyone to chant. You chant, you get the purification in your heart. You'll be able to understand this. Otherwise, how is this? How Prakriti is doing? I am doing this. Who's taking this mobile? I took this mobile, kept it here. It's me who's doing. How can Prakriti do this? You may not be able to understand this because I don't have the power to do. It's actually Prakriti which is doing it. And based on the orders of Krishna. That's why you see now, without Lord's order, even a blade of grass cannot move. Yes, he's known as Rishikesh. Only I have a desire to lift this mobile and keep. Only a desire I have. When the desire has been sanctioned by the Lord, the material energy, the Prakriti, which is my body, does this work. It's not me. Till then, you don't come to this soul platform. We may not be able to understand. By this ahankara and false ego, what happens? You develop that I am doing everything in this way. You develop all these qualities: attachment, pride, false ego, anger, ignorance, envy, lust, greed, all those things. But once you take the shelter of a spiritual master, you can see here a person who is taking the shelter of the spiritual master, then acceptance of spiritual master, he climbs towards the Supreme Lord. Study of the Vedas, austerity, sense control, and spiritual knowledge. There's two directions for a human being. You can go below or you can go on the top. When you take the shelter of the spiritual master, higher consciousness, you develop your higher consciousness. When you associate with the lower consciousness, you take the shelter of the lower consciousness. Clear? So everyone are in three modes, but which mode is better? I don't think. I'll just remove that, I think. Okay. So Sattva-guna is, Rajoguna is better than Tamoguna, Sattva-guna is better than this Rajoguna. So Sattva-guna, we have to try to come to that Sattva-guna. So this influence of three modes is in all the places, all the items, even the time. Morning time is Sattva-guna time, afternoon is Rajoguna, night is Tamoguna. When you are doing your activities more in the time of Tamoguna, good ignorance, you are developing ignorance. Night, if you are too active, you will be developing ignorance. The afternoons, you are too active, you will be developing Rajoguna. In the morning, you are too active, you will develop Sattva-guna. The same with the three modes, and in this food also. The eating food, we have in three modes. Actually, you cannot be happy in this material world, but still we think that we will be happy. See this food, how it affects us, Patyam putam anayastam aharyam satvikam smritam rajasam chendriya preshtam tamasam charti dashoche. Food that is wholesome, pure and obtained without difficulty is in the mode of goodness. When it is get naturally, there's no much endeavor toward, no difficulty. Actually, you are getting so many fruits, you get naturally. Vegetables, you get naturally. This is all of goodness, Sattva-guna. And food that gives immediate pleasure to the senses in the mode of passion. And which gives you immediate pleasure. It is not good for health, but still it gives immediate pleasure. Somebody you can see who is eating this, some hot things or with more chili and this, tears will be coming from the eyes, but still he'll be eating. Oh, this is also having some taste. Actually, in illusion, all this happens, Till then, you are under the three modes, you can try to enjoy this. Otherwise, no. And this is Rajoguna. What to speak of Tamoguna? See, and food that is unclean and causes distress is in the mode of ignorance, which is unclean. What is that? Eating. For example, unclean means what? For example, there is a death in your house or your relative, something. You go to the death. Then afterwards, what you do? Do you enter your house? No. You take a bath. Because it's unclean. You have gone to a graveyard. Will you come directly to the house? No, you'll take a bath. Because it's unclean. Just imagine the body of a human being becomes a dead body. It becomes unclean. Then why not the body of a goat or a chicken or any animal can become unclean? How can it becomes clean? Something you have to bury in the graveyard, you bury in our stomach. How is this ignorance? See, when you are in tamoguna, when you are in ignorance, you think that I'm enjoying by this food. But a person in sattva-guna, he enjoys with the fruits and vegetables because he sees that there is healthy food, good to me. He takes that. But only in illusion, he takes this other. Can a person be happy by eating stool? Right, you heard it properly. Can a person be happy by eating stool? No. But hawks be happy by eating stool. That is illusion. That is illusion. We also think that I'm happy by eating something with illusion. The degraded quality of that three modes is ignorance. It makes you to influence that to be happy in that position. Simple another example I'll give you to understand. Have you ever gone to a movie in cinema hall? Yes. What they do? As soon as you enter the cinema hall, all the lights are off. They'll make you be in such an atmosphere where there is only darkness. Then they'll on the movie. Oh, very beautiful to see. Very good. At once, if all the lights are on, you don't have any attraction towards that screen. Clear? I hope you understood. That's what the three modes do to us. It creates that atmosphere by turning off all the lights and show you that portion which you need. Oh, you think that by eating this, I'll be happy. The same the hawk thinks, by eating stool, I'll be happy. This is how the three modes works on us. It creates the atmosphere for you to enjoy, because that was our desire. We came from the top to here. So without that, you cannot enjoy. That is what you are paid for, that cinema, to be happy there. So he creates that atmosphere to make you happy. That is what the three modes are doing. I hope you understood. Yes. Then worship in three modes. Now, the worship also comes in three modes. That is goodness. You worship the devatas, passion, you worship demons, and ignorance, you worship ghosts. So, you know this, having this Shudra Puja, going to some graveyard and doing some black magic, all these things. Ignorant people do that. And there is a result for everything, you know. You cannot escape from anything just doing something. By doing some black magic, you cannot escape. Definitely the result is there to you. Be careful. With our ignorance, we'll do that. Immediate results we need, something will happen, we'll do that. Definitely we have to face that results. So Krishna here he says, Yajante satvika devan yaksha rakshasi rajasaha pretan bhuta ganam shanye yajante tamasa janaha. When in the mode of goodness worship the demigods, those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Clear? Yes. Now we can understand in which guna am I. Then many will be having a question now, where does Krishna Bhakti come? If I worship Krishna, what will happen now? Devatas, it has been given here. But if I worship Krishna, what would it happen? It is Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Antignanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Su Durlabaha. After many, many lifetimes acquiring the knowledge, will come to a platform. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. The Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sa Mahatma Su Durlabaha. Such kind of a person is Durlabaha, very rare. Clear? Yes. Then, whereas goodness in superior to passion. This is what the verse I want to say. See, firewood is a transformation of earth, but smoke is better than the raw wood. And fire is still better, for by fire we can derive the benefits of superior knowledge through Vedic sacrifices. Similarly, passion, rajas, is better than the ignorance, tamas. But goodness, sattva, is best, because by goodness one can come to realize the absolute truth. You're coming. That is why these sessions will be in the mornings, not in the evenings or afternoons. Because only in Sattva Guna you can develop this bhakti or the consciousness, higher consciousness, or the relationship with the Supreme. Not during the nights. You cannot do that. Because that is the time of ignorance. It makes you to get degraded. So you cannot come out of it. So making you to wake up in the early morning itself is a great challenge. And sitting, then you'll develop that. Not in the nights. Clear? Yes. So here it is based on, this is very short classes, so that I don't know how far I'll be able to say, but still it makes, you have to develop to that level by taking the shelter of this Sattva Guna time, Sattva Guna food, Sattva Guna people, Sattva Guna activities, all this. When you are associating with this, you develop the Sattva Guna within you. The consciousness becomes pure day by day, day by day. So you'll come to that Sattva Guna platform, goodness platform. Clear. Now, what is this material world for you? Fallible to infallible. How will you become infallible by fallible? Now we all understood that we are under the control of this material world, we are fallible. Actually, this material world is a prison. Material world is a prison. This material world's modes are binding us. I gave many examples to understand. See, the prison without walls. We are staying in a prison without walls. We say, Baba, it's very free. You run away from here, escape from this material world. Say, no, I'm very happy. By eating this stool, I'm happy. The Yahok says, we will say, by eating this, I'm happy. I'll be here. Baba, somehow you escape from, no, I'll not go. There's no walls in this. What is that walls? This is three modes. It is giving atmosphere as they're offing all the lights and making, oh, this is very wonderful. You be sitting here and we be here only. Life after life, we are suffering here, but still we think I'll be happy here. Then how are we bound? The three modes. Clear? This is our life. Now, what is the question arises? Now, how to escape from this prison house? Definitely, we have this question, then we'll escape. If we don't have any question in our life, how will we escape? In the end, I'll ask any questions. Nobody have any questions. We are very much satisfied in this material world. Why will we have any questions? The atmosphere is very clear. Fully darkness. Only movie is running. I am very happy with it. Why will I come out of that cinema hall now? That is our position. Clear? Now, a person, when he raises this question, there's an answer to it. How to escape from this prison house? Krishna recommends surrender. Daiviyeshu gunamayi mama maya duratya mam evaya prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Because this material world is my energy. Because it is my energy, you cannot win this. You cannot win your senses. You cannot win your mind. You cannot win this material world. It is completely trapped. Then how could I come out of it? Mam evaye prapadyante. When you surrender unto me, maya metam tarantite, very easily you can overcome this material energy. This is the answer. Clear? This divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. It's simple. Till then you don't have power of the spirituality, you cannot come out of it. There should be a friend who is sitting next to you in that cinema hall. He'll say, my dear friend, come, let us go out. I'll show you some light. And then you come out of that cinema hall, you'll see the light. Then you'll realize, array, the world is so big. So many days I'm sitting in that cinema hall, seeing that movie. I thought that is only the life. Who's that person? Who's that friend? Is the spiritual master. Clear? Yes. So the spiritual people who are there, surrounded you, they'll come to you, they'll ask, my dear sir, please take this Bhagavad Gita. I'll say, no, I don't need this Bhagavad Gita. Please purchase this. You have this. Somehow or other you save yourself. With full compassion in his heart, he comes and sells Bhagavad Gita. Somebody will come, please attend this class. Bhagavad Gita class is there. This 5 hour time, something they'll teach you, something you'll learn out of it. Okay, a person who takes it, he'll start, at least this question will rise. Now I'm in a prison house, how should I escape? The question itself is not there in our life. No way, nobody can help us. No one can. It is a huge trap in this material world. Yeah. Yes. Now, Krishna says, see, at once you cannot come out of it. Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena Charyate. Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind. These three modes and mind is really very difficult to curb. It is very difficult. I cannot do. You are surrendering to the Lord also. Today you attend this class, tomorrow you are not coming because the three modes is not allowing to come. It makes you to sleep. Arey Baba, you sleep. They don't have work, they are taking classes. You sleep well. You be in my lap. Happily, it will be tapping you. This material world taps you and makes you to sleep more. There are many people today, they did not come because they're sleeping under the shelter, safely sheltered under the ignorance. So they are not able to come out. So Krishna says, Abhyasena kaunteya. Practice. Yes. Somebody, a person who's waking up at 8 o'clock, waking up at 5:30 and sitting and requesting turning off the video, it's another big challenge. Attending itself is a great thing I'm doing. Beyond that, you're asking me to turn on the video also, never I can do in my life. So in that way, it is difficult. But Krishna says, Abhyasa, practice. Kaunteya, Arjuna, practice. Vairagyena grihate. But it is possible by suitable practice. Clear? And by detachment. You develop detachment by that. What is that practice? That is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant the holy names of the Lord. You will be definitely able to come out of it. This is how you surrender to the Lord. This is how you can escape from this prison house. Clear? See, the knowledge is very clear. It is crystal clear. The message of Bhagavad Gita, the message of the spiritual Vedic Vedas, everything is clear. It's only thing in the which shelter. For example, I said the example of a movie hall. A friend calls you outside, please come out, I'll show you something light. You say, no, this movie is so beautiful, wonderful, I'll not come out. Never in your lifetime you're going to see the light. You'll be in an atmosphere of darkness. Once you come out, definitely, I am saying here, I will show you the light. You take up this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Definitely, because I have seen the light. Even you will see. Clear? Yes. And especially for this Kali Yuga. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Iva Kevalam Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatir Anyata. This to convince you, I am giving so many references. It is not me who is saying here. It is not only Srila Prabhupada is saying. It is coming from the scriptures. There are so many scriptural evidences for you to come out of this. For spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative. There is no alternative. There is no alternative to the holy name, the holy name of the Lord. That is it. There is no other way other than chanting the holy names of the Lord. Clear? Yes. This is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharvika Giridhari, ISKCON HP. Now, if anyone is having any questions, you can raise your hands and ask for it. Meanwhile, you'll see any announcements that's there. Chandrasekhar Prabhu?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I think there are no announcements, Prabhu. We can take questions.
Yes, fine, Prabhu. Now,
before that, Prabhu, chanting nomination we can take for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, who will be chanting? I'll give the option to unmute. You can unmute and say that you'll be chanting. That's also fine.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes. Children, you will chant tomorrow?
Prabhu, I did not get the sadhana report yesterday.
You did not get the sadhana report? The link was posted, no?
I did not.
For the report you are asking for?
No, brother. It has not come.
Yeah. Pramod will do that. How come early morning, as soon as you open your eyes, you want to see your sadhana report? It takes some time, no?
Yesterday's, Prabhu, third day.
Yesterday's? Pramod Prabhu, have you not sent yesterday's?
No, Prabhu, yesterday I forgot it.
Oh, okay.
Today I will send both.
Fine, Prabhu. Fine, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Okay, who's chanting for tomorrow? You can nominate your name.
I'll chant, Prabhu.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Satya Prakash. Mataji,
Yeah.
what's your name?
My name is Satyavati.
Satyavati.
Yeah. My husband's name is Prakash.
Okay. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, you can make a note, bro.
Yes, bro. Okay.
Satyavati Mataji, name as Satya Prakash. Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, now
Hare Krishna.
yes, Mataji. Now we'll take the questions. So, Santosh Kumar Prabhu, you can ask your question. You can turn on the video and ask the question.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So you said that anything what we do in the night is of ignorance kind. So now, for example, if I am not able to complete my this japa in the morning, so I try to do it in the night. So you are telling it is not advisable?
See, holy name of the Lord is transcendental. That means it is beyond the three modes. You can chant anytime. But definitely because I am in that ignorance, you should understand very clearly. You shouldn't get confused. See, Lord's names are always beyond this material world. So it is beyond these three modes. I'm taking the shelter of the holy names, so I'll be saved. But there is the levels of surrender or the levels of consciousness I will be developing by chanting. I am chanting in the nights. I will be in something like a sleepy mood. I'll be in a tamoguna. I may not have so much of perfection in chanting or connectivity. Yes, still, but the holy name is powerful. It is taking you, but you are not able to give the hand to it. But in Sattva Guna, it is completely favorable for that. So you get more faster or more effectively connected to the Lord. So it's recommended to chant in the mornings. But a person is chanting the whole day. Yes, he can do it. He can do it in the night also, anytime. Anytime he's taking the shelter of the Lord. Clear? I hope you understood. Morning is better, but if not able to do it in the morning, yes, definitely you can do in the night. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Any other question? Somebody has raised their hands. Now you can ask your question by unmuting. Yes, Ramesh Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Yes. Now, when we were young, there were some classes called moral classes, and some institutions where I studied used to read the Bible almost daily for over 10 years, from first standard to 10th standard. Now, what is the position now? Why is there so much degradation? And what is the solution to this? And how ISKCON can play a part in bringing about some moral values in the young children?
If you don't take another way, or if you don't feel bad, can I say the truth? Who is responsible for this? It's a question to you.
Correct.
Who is responsible for this?
The parent, I myself.
Definitely. Definitely. It's me. I'm not going in a right direction. I expect my son to come in a right direction. It will never happen. I'm smoking. And I ask my son not to smoke. It will never happen because he's inspired by seeing me. I take a good direction, automatically gets inspired. This depends not only parent. It is dependent on teachers also. And the king also. Guru, Raja, and that is father. Three of them are influenced in our life. So now who is ruling? Who is ruling the kingdom now? It's only demons. They promote only sense gratification, nothing else. No spirituality. They want to demolish all the temples, demolish all the culture, everything they want to demolish. They have to keep their sense gratification in the middle. That's it. Today, what is the schools are teaching? There is no Gurukul system. Making a male and female together sit. Definitely what are going to develop there. And a child, what he sees in the school, what he sees in the house, what he sees in the world, even the movie, the mobile, so many things you give. He is learning 99.9999999% bad things.
What I want to say is, we were also brought up under co-education, right? But the ecosystem was there.
That is why we are spoiled. That is why
No.
we are spoiled here.
The ecosystem then was such that even though we were brought up under co-education, we were able to maintain.
See, that was the
Whatever-
beginning, Prabhu. That was the beginning stage. You start degrading day after day, day after day. When a fire and cotton is kept together, it starts burning. When there is a butter and fire, it starts melting. That is the nature of this Prakriti. Very clear. That is called, why then there's a male and female? When you keep together, that's somehow or the other it gets melted. Somehow it gets burnt. That's it. And that is what you're doing from the childhood. So definitely your senses becomes weaker, no? You cannot be a brahmachari. You cannot maintain the syllabus. Yeah, female cannot be a pativrata. She cannot be a chaste. Our qualities are degrading. No? From the young age, you're making that to develop. So you're getting degraded. So then if you see how to come out of it, the whole system has to be changed. You cannot do that because it is not under your purview. You cannot do that. Now what can you do? What you can do that. Take Bhagavad Gita. Take your children in your house. Make them to chant. Make them to do the bhajans. Read Bhagavad Gita. Create an atmosphere of light in the house. Outside everything is a darkness. Anyhow, we have to go to darkness. There is no other way also. Let him go, your son or daughter, whoever it is. But at least when he enters the house, it is fully brightness. That makes him to take that light even outside also. He'll become so powerful, so consciously powerful. He can go out and even he can preach to others. Are Baba, why you're living like hawks and dogs and cats? This is what is life. I am living in a life of brightness. So we cannot change the world, but I can change definitely my family, which is in my purview, which is in my control. I can do it. Isn't it? Many want without any endeavor the results. We need the whole world to change, but I will not change. That can never happen. No? So everything starts from me. You start in your house, then you can definitely see the result. And even the neighbors gets attracted. The light just comes. No? I hope you will be able to understand these examples which I'm giving. The brightness or the spirituality grows to your neighboringhood also. They also will become favorable. They also start chanting. They also come to the class. There is something new they are doing. It is good. It is happiness. In that way, something they get attracted to many other ways. In this way, it starts developing. So definitely, I will be responsible for that. Anything is happening to my child, the whole world is going in that way, that direction. I have taken a wrong direction. My direction was very little. 1% I have deviated. And my son deviates 10%. And his son deviates 50%. And his son deviates 100%. That's it. So somewhere the beginning has to start. Somewhere you have to start that beginning point. That will be your house. Clear?
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Okay, any other questions? You can unmute and ask. That time I saw Priyanka Mataji also having a question. Raising the hand for something. Okay. No questions, we'll end the session.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jyoti Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, yesterday saw a video in which they said like Lord Shiva always used to meditate on the name of Ram. Why not on the name of the Krishna Prabhuji or Vishnu? Only Ram.
Actually, there's no difference between Lord Ram and Krishna. It's all the same. It depends on how do you get attracted, what is your consciousness.
So we can say it's depends on the mantra for the yugas. So we can say that.
Yugas also we can see. For example, see, when Dhruva Maharaj, he went to the forest, Narada Muni gave the mantra of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Ji Prabhuji.
That period, it was that mantra. It became Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Even during Ramanujacharya, it was Om Namo Narayana. So it depends from time, place, circumstances. And Lord Shiva is devotee of Lord Ram. See, one thing here also you should understand many things. Lord Shiva is different. He is not a living entity like us. He is the Supreme Lord. There's no difference between Lord Vishnu and Shiva. Both are same. So Lord Shiva is meditating on Lord Ram. And you can see in the Ramayana where Lord Ram is worshipping Lord Shiva.
Ji Prabhuji, Shivling Puja, I think so.
Sometimes it creates a confusion in people who are in ignorant illusion. Hey, what is this? He is worshipping him, he is worshipping him. What kind of this thing? Who is God now? So till then you cannot come out of that movie hall, you cannot understand anything, you'll be in darkness. So once you come to the scriptural knowledge, you'll be able to understand who is the Supreme Lord, why he is worshipping Shiva then. So
actually, they used to call Aradhya each other.
Yes.
Aradhya.
So Lord always is meditating on his devotees. Is meditating on his devotees. So that's why even Lord Shiva says to Parvati, see, Aradhanam Param, Vishnu Aradhanam Param. From all the Aradhana, Vishnu Aradhana is Param, supreme. But superior to that is serving the devotee. Serving the devotees of the Lord is more superior than worshipping the Lord, he says. So that way, Krishna is always, the Lord is meditating on Lord Shiva because Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. And Lord Shiva is always meditating on Lord Ram. Okay, see, now being in this level, we have some differences of seeing. Once you come to the higher consciousness, then we see that there's no difference between Lord Ram and Krishna, Shiva, everything, because you are seeing the reality. Then you'll be able to understand. But now you're in a lower consciousness, we cannot understand. Simple example, a person who is in the ground floor, he cannot understand what is in the first floor. Clear? But a person goes to the first floor, he will be able to see the ground floor also. He is able to understand the ground floor and the first floor. But he may not be able to understand the second floor. A person who climbs to the second floor, he'll be able to understand ground floor, first floor, and the second floor. In that way, when you are developing our consciousness higher and higher, our knowledge increases. Sat, Chit, Ananda. The knowledge starts increasing. The bliss starts developing in us more and more, more and more. The more and more we develop our consciousness and make it purified. So it takes time. That's what Krishna says. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Practice, practice. Not in one day it is going to come. You chant regularly, practice. That makes your consciousness purified. Day by day, how you are degraded from many years or many lifetimes. That same thing it takes to develop us to that platform. Yeah? Yes.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Now, any other questions?
Prabhuji, in Vishnu Sahasranama also you can find that Ishvara Vacha. Sri Rama Rama.
Yes. Yes. It is said.
So that
Sahasranama Tattulla.
Vishnu Sahasranama.
Thousands names of Vishnu is equal to one name of Ram.
So if you chant that mantra, it is equivalent of chanting Vishnu Sahasranama.
Yes. Now we are chanting Hare Krishna and Hare Rama. So in other scripture it is said, chanting 3 times the name of Ram is equal to chanting time of Krishna.
Vishnu Sahasranama.
One time of Krishna.
Is
equal to chant 3 names of Ram. And 1 name of Ram is equal to 1000 names of Vishnu. We chant 4 times Krishna, 4 times Rama, and Hare, it's a frequency of the Lord. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful. And it is without rules and regulations because there is no Om in it. Even Mlechas, Yavanas, everyone can take up. Even the male, female, no restrictions, no cleanliness, unclean, clean, whatever situation you can chant. It is only for this Kali Yuga, not to other yugas. Other yugas, you should be a Brahmana, pure Brahmana to chant mantras, you know. You cannot chant so easily mantras. So this Kali Yuga, it's what I can say, mercy from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving this mantra. Just imparting all his energy into it. He's giving this. So everyone can get liberated. Everyone can escape from this material world by just chanting Hare Krishna. Okay. Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. If then no questions, then we'll end here. Okay. Thank you for attending today's session. So once again, I request everyone from tomorrow at least, try to turn on your videos. That makes you more attentive. That makes you to change, transform your life, come to light. Don't be in darkness. So some or the other, try to turn on the videos. Wake up. Yes, I know that a person who has not practiced or was not able to get up, it's a great challenge, difficulty to get up morning and sit itself is a great thing. And beyond that turning video, it's another challenge, impossible thing. But make it possible, which is impossible. Try your level best. Definitely tomorrow you can wake up something little earlier, at least wash your face and sit, turn on your video and sit. Something you practice. Okay. Yes. So at least you have attended. For that, thanks a lot. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and end today's session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you to all. You can say once Hare Krishna and leave the session.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Monica Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
Sanjay.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Manjunath Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Mahendran, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna to all. Santosh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Manjunath Prabhu, Suresh Prabhu, Pramod Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all for joining the session. Tomorrow we'll learn about Kala.